Right, good morning YouTube and welcome to another Crafty Catch Up, and I have got a few things to show you, so I might get a bit muddled. What shall I start off with first? Well, let's start off with the Easter Bunny. So if I can find the photo, that's the Easter Bunny, and I wanted to use up the wool from my Crochet Society Advent Calendar 2021. So I had a big bag of wool, if I can find it. Right, so this is the big bag of wool that I had. And this is, it's really lovely stuff to work with. It's the Bella Cocoa, and it's a confection DK. I don't know if you can see that. Confection DK. Now, yes, so I've got lots of different colours. So I wanted to use that up. So what I did was I did the bunny rabbit in some pink fluffy stuff because I had pink left over from a cardigan I'd done. So pink DK. And then I did the dress in the off bits of the Crochet Society yarn. And this is the little dress. And her bonnet. So that's all finished, and as you see there's a little opening and a button there. So it's really pretty, and it's got this peacock bit here which you fold over, and that gives you that nice little edging, and the same on the hood. So yeah. And that come together really easy, the little dress and the hood, whereas obviously the bunny rabbit was a lot more fiddly because you couldn't see the stitches because the type of yarn that I was using. But and so then I went on to do the eggs, and I used the yarn from the Crochet Society, leftover yarn, and I made two little eggs, and that's just got a bit of old pillowcase. Old pillow stuffing in there. So that's the two little eggs. And then last of all I did the flower. Where's the flower? Ah, here it is. Yes, I did the daffodil. And that came together well. The only thing I'd say is they said use a pipe cleaner, and it kept flopping. So I ended using a bit of wooden, green wooden stick that I got from, I don't know, it might have been from making flowers, or it might have been for the garden, but I had a packet of it, and I'll see if I can find one. Yes, plant sticks, and I broke a piece off of that, and that's what I stuffed inside, and then I did the daffodil, but it looks really good. So yes, so there is my bunny and a daffodil. So I'll sit her down here, out the way. There, and I'll probably take a picture and put her up there for you so you can see her in all her glory. So yes, so I did that. Then because I managed to get the Crochet Society Advent Calendar for 2022. I got it a couple of weeks ago. They suddenly had some, they put on up for sale. So although I'd missed out earlier when it was pre-order in October, I managed to get some. So I've done two of those, and I've got my block, and this block was off of Amazon, and I'm blocking out, and that is the second one. So seeing it's got little hearts on it, and the first one was just plain. I'll try and lift it off and show it to you. That was the first one. So yeah, so really nice easy pattern. So I'm enjoying that. I'm not rushing it, I'm just doing a bit every now and then. So I'm on number 3, which I've looked at the pattern, and it's going to be this one here. So you do 2 different colours, and if I've got a bit of video of me open drawer too, I will put it on here. The other thing is, ticking through my box, is I bought this. Now this was, I think it was Mandy Who Makes Things, and she'd made something for her granddaughter, for her granddaughter's Barbie doll, and she recommended this book, and it's a lovely book, and it's got so many different outfits on it, in it, and yeah, so I thought that's perfect, because I've got this old Barbie, and several of my granddaughters are into Barbie now, so I thought, well, I can use this as a model, and I can make some bits and pieces for their Barbies, especially if I end up making something for them as well, then they'll be matching their Barbies. So that's something for the future, but that's a lovely book, and I think I picked it up from Amazon. So yeah, I was well chuffed with that, so that was good. I got some other books as well, recommended by Claire Who Makes Things. I got the Making Marmalade book, and yes, I can't wait to that. What I wanted it for mainly was the little basket, because I thought, oh, that's so cute, the little basket for the bunnies, the baby bunnies, but there's so many nice things that you can make in there, so I'm looking forward to using that. And that again was from Amazon. I had some vouchers from the kids, Amazon vouchers from the kids for Christmas, so I thought I'd use them up. So what else have I been doing? I got a bit distracted. What did I do? Someone asked me about this pattern. They'd got this pattern off of eBay, and they asked me if I could check. They were a bit confused with some of the details, and they asked me to check. So I thought, oh well, I started doing it, and then I thought I might as well finish making the dress. Not that I got anyone it will fit to, because I've made 0 to 6 months, but I thought, well, I have 3 daughters. 2 are with partners, so I thought you never know. So I made the little dress, and I made it in white. Now I haven't put it together yet. I've got the back, which is there, and then this is the front, and then the straps go over. So I've got to sew that together, but it is such a pretty detail, and it's quite an easy pattern. What was confusing my friend was down here, and there is a lot of knitting 2 together, and then bring the yarn forward, and then knitting so that you actually increase. So you're decreasing, increasing, so you end up with the same amount of stitches at the end, but you've been decreasing, increasing all the way along. And the trouble is, if you forget to bring that yarn forward and you don't get that extra stitch, you end up with less than you should, and that's what was confusing her. But yeah, so really pleased with that. It's so cute. So I'm going to put that together and then put it in my bottom drawer, and you never know. And that was using up some just DK that I had in the drawer from when I bought some deals from somewhere. I'm not sure if I got it from QD or Aldi's, somewhere like that. So I've had it a while. I've done a couple of little white jumpers in the past for some of the other grandkids when they were little. But yes, that little dress is so cute, and I've got to put it together. So that's one I'm doing. I've just sort of finished. Where can I stick this? I'm going to have piles of stuff to tidy up afterwards. The other thing was, do you remember because I was trying to finish projects up, and I was looking in my spotty bag that one of the kids had bought me a couple of Christmases ago, and I found the leftover, I don't know if it's still in here or if I put it away, I found the leftover wool from when I made the little cardigan for Luna, and that wool came with a kit, so you could make a cardigan and some slippers. And out of that one ball of wool, I made 3 little cardigans. So 1 each for 2 granddaughters. And no, I made 4 in the end. Yes, because I made 1 for myself, and I made 3 for the granddaughters, plus 2 lots of slippers. I kept the slippers because they were fiddly and the granddaughters were only quite young. So I kept the slippers, and that's what I just finished recently. I found a little bit of wool and I thought I'm going to make another pair of slippers, and I did, and I had just a tiny bit left, just enough to stitch the slippers together, and that was it. So I was well pleased with that. To get that many out of one ball of wool from the kit was amazing, so I was well chuffed. I just had to use some of my own ribbon. But yes, that is definitely a worthwhile kit. So the other thing was I got another book which I saw in the Works where I live, and it was reduced to £6. And I got that, not so much that I thought I might knit the animals, I wasn't sure about that, but I quite liked the clothes and I wanted to know if they'd fit the Lunas. So I decided to make this cardigan here. I won't say it's an easy pattern, so a lot of messing about, but certainly not one to do in front of the telly, but I've done it. So I've got to tie off the ends, and I've got to sew the underneath the arms up, but it's finished, and it does fit donkey. So the beach donkey. So yes, so it does fit him or her. So yeah, so that's quite cute. So I just got to tie that off and put a button on there. And because it's self-striping this yarn, so it's this one here, and that was left over from a dress I made for my granddaughter. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up there. And I think I crocheted that dress, but this obviously I knitted this cardigan. But yeah, so well chuffed that it actually fits. So that's great, because that means I can make lots of these clothes out of this book and they'll fit these characters, which is nice. So it uses up bits of leftover yarn and stuff, so that's quite good. So I've just got to tidy up all the loose ends and sew up under the arm. But yeah, well pleased with that. So it's got a cardigan to wear. So that was that. Then while I was in the Works, I also saw this book for £2.50. So quilting with Debbie Shaw. So yeah, so it's a pretty book to look through. It's got some tips and tricks. I thought for £2.50 it was definitely worth it. So yeah, so I picked that one up. And then every morning, because I'm on this Keep Fit thing, and in the morning I have a porridge, and you know what it's like, you get the bowl out of the microwave and it's burning your hands. So I decided to make one of these bowl cozies, and that's what I made. So that fits on there. So as you can see, it needs an iron, because don't do this. I made the porridge up like that. I put it in the microwave and then I cooked it for 2 minutes, and I thought, maybe you could do for a bit longer. So I put it on for another half a minute, turned round, and the porridge had gone over the side, all over my bowl cosy. So I had to wash it. So I've just taken it off the radiator to show you, so it hasn't been ironed. So yeah, don't do that at home. But yeah, so it's perfect because it stops you getting burning your hands while you're eating. And what I used to make that, they were fat quarters, and I had these little templates that you get off of Etsy, and that was for the smaller one, and you cut it on the fold, so you fold the fabric like that, so the fabric, and then you cut it on the fold, and then you seam the darts together, and that gives you the shape. And what I use for stuffing it, my daughter was getting that Hello Fresh for a while, and inside the packaging they always put this stuff. so to seal, keep it cool. So I saved it because I thought, well, you never know. So what I did was I separated it in half, pulled it in half so that it's half as thick, and that's what I used to put inside here, so that it stops your hands getting burnt. And because I was so chuffed with that, I decided to make the bigger one. Because at the moment of an evening I'm having sort of like stir fries and things like that, so I tend to have it in this bowl here. And I must admit, we got into a bad habit of me and my husband, we sit in front of the telly. That's when we sort of get together in the evening with our food in front of the telly, and then we watch together in front of the telly. And we're watching all the Endeavours at the moment because they brought a new one out. We decided to go right back to the beginning and we're watching them all, so that's really good. So yeah, so I decided to make a big one, and here it is. So again, it was out of fat quarters. Again, I got the yoga one inside, the same as the little one. And that again, I used the padding. This turned out a bit thicker for some reason. Must have been the way I ripped it in half. It wasn't quite half. But yes, perfect. So I'm really pleased. So well chuffed with that. I can see maybe some Christmas presents being made for some of the family with that. There is just such an easy pattern. I was well pleased with that. So that is my 2 bowl cozies, and I think that's it for now. My cardigan, yes. So my super chunky cardigan. I haven't actually done anything since I last spoke to you. I think still the back and one side that I've done, and I've just started that much on the other side, and that is one side. So I think that goes like that. Maybe by the time I've finished it, it'll probably be summer. But saying that, we're expecting snow in a week or so. So hopefully it'll be all right. And the other thing, my project, it's one of my granddaughter Elle's birthday in about I think it's a month. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. End of this month, I think it is. And I made her the Elsa dress, and I'll put a picture up here. And she was well chuffed with the Elsa dress. And then her mum's getting married in the summer, and she saw her mum trying on her veil and that, and she said she wanted a veil. So I think in my last catch up I showed you the veil, and I put a picture of that up as well, that I'd made her so she can pretend to be a bride, because that's what she wanted to do. And for her birthday I'm going to make her a dressing up wedding dress. So I am using the same pattern that I used to make her Elsa dress, but it has got so many different options that you can make with this. So if you look at the back there, there's so many different options. There, so many different options. So I'm thinking something very similar to this bit, but not the body, not the laces. But I'm going to see what fabric I can find. I'm probably going to use some of the netting that I used for the veil. And I found this is a Christmas tablecloth, and someone spilt something on it, so it's got a great big yellow stain on it, but the rest of it's okay. So this is what it looks like. So it's like snowflakes, which is like a snow fairy sort of. So I think, and it's lovely in silver, so I'm thinking a wedding dress out of this. and it's a great big tablecloth. But like I say, it has got a big yellow stain, so I don't know if that's coming through. There's a big yellow stain there, so just there. So I'll have to cut round that, but that is the plan, to make it in this. So I shall see how much I've got. It might just be the skirt, it might be just a square of the bodice, and then I might do the sleeves something else. So I shall see, or I might not have sleeves. But that is my big make, which will be coming up. And like I say, that will be for my granddaughter's birthday. And she is going to be 4. So yeah, so. And I want to make it loose enough so it'll last her a while, because obviously she'll be putting it on and off, and she might put it on top of her normal clothes, I don't know. So I don't want to make it too tight, so I'll have to think about that. When I made the Elsa dress, I used full-way stretch netting over the, round where the chest is here, and down the sleeves. So, but obviously the fabric I'll be using now probably won't be stretchy, so I'll have to make sure that there's an opening at the back. I might, if the pattern doesn't give an opening at the back, then I might have to cut it and make it in 2 pieces, and then put a button up there so that she can get it on and off, maybe some Velcro or something. So yes. So, because I want it to be able to make use of it for quite a while. So I need to have a think about that, what style I'm going to do for the wedding dress. But that's exciting. So I think that's it. I'll probably, as soon as I finish this, I'll think, oh, I never told you about that. But I think that's it for now. Obviously I need to tidy up these knitting projects, finish them off, and then I can get on and finish that jumper, and then I can start some more, and I need to crack on with the Crochet Society calendar blanket. So and also Donkey needs his bathing suit. He can't sit around in the cardi, though it does look very fetching on him, I think, those colours. So yeah. So okay, well, I shall say bye for now, and see you next time.